If you are in the middle between who you've always been and who you are becoming, then this channel might be for you. When it comes to boundaries, making a boundary is not the hardest part. Standing on the line that you created is. Everybody is talking about setting boundaries. Like that is the hardest part. Saying, no, I can't do that. I'm not available. I just don't feel comfortable with this anymore. But honestly, you're not really afraid of saying no. We're afraid of what comes after the no. The silence, the shift of energy, the possible misunderstanding, looking like the bad guy, becoming the version of you that looks different. That's the part that we gotta learn to sit in. And let me say this, you're not the bad guy. You're just no longer the version that they're used to. And that is a big difference. Here's the part that nobody talks about. Once you learn how to set boundaries, the real challenge is you keeping them. Not letting people push you off the line, but also not pushing yourself off the line. Because I used to do this all the time, and sometimes I'm still guilty of it. I'll tell somebody, hey, after 10, I'm not available anymore. And I meant it, and I held it, and they respected it. But then one night, I'd break my own boundary, call them, check in, undo everything that I just created. And I had to learn that boundary wasn't just for them, it was for me too. The second thing that I struggled with was standing on my boundary through guilt, pressure. People try to make me feel like I'm wrong. You know those words that people use. Why you don't want to help me? I helped you. Why aren't you supportive? We're a team. I helped you. I'm your sister. You're my daughter. We family. And that stuff will shake you if you are not grounded, just like it shook me. Because now it is no longer just about your boundary. It has now shifted to be about your identity. Because now you start thinking, am I a good person? Am I being selfish? And that is where most people fold. And that is where I would fold all the time. And then there's the third thing. When you do bend, because you will, because you're human, you'll say yes when you really want to say no. And what I used to do is I would punish people for the decision that I made. My energy would be off. I'd be irritated. I just wouldn't show up. I had to learn that if I say yes, then I need to own that yes. And if I didn't want to say yes, I need to learn to say no. So this is what I'm learning right now. I'm learning how to say no without over-explaining, say yes without resentment, be kind without abandoning myself, be misunderstood without collapsing. And I'm not perfect at it. Some days I stand on it, some days I bend, but I'm learning. I want to show up as my real, authentic self. And maybe you are realizing this too. My real self has limits. My real self says no sometimes. And my real self can't be everything for everybody anymore. And that doesn't make me a bad person. That makes me a real one, a real person. Your real self has limits because you're human. And if you are in this stage too, where you are trying to stop people pleasing, trying to hold your boundaries, and it feels uncomfortable, you are not doing it wrong. You are just not used to it yet. Because boundaries, they're you saying, I still want a relationship with you, just not the one where I lose myself. And yeah, of course, you might look different, but that doesn't make you the bad guy. It just means that you're finally choosing you.